What up? And Hood Morning America. Morning, ninjas. I'm your host, Trash Pandacoot, formerly of Morning Ninjas. Now we doing Hood Morning America. But I'm still here to bring that cushion coffee and spill a little bit of the tea, you dig? So trying out a little new format, a little new segment where we bring you, hood news for the culture and everything, as well as, tech, what's going on, policy changes, community watches. We're going to try to get into all that. You know what I'm saying? Word up. But yeah, so if you like everything you hear and hear, go ahead, subscribe, follow, like, share, emote, do all them things that, we like for y'all to do, you dig? And I guess we gonna get into it with our first story. We gonna jump it off with our headline story about the Black Centennial, you dig? This is the first year that globally they are making an initiative Logan. I didn't even know it was music to this bitch. You feel me? But yeah, Black Centennial going on right now. In 2026, the global community is observing the official centennial of the National Black History commemorations, marking 100 years since the establishment of Negro History Week in 1926. The Association for the Study of African American Life and History, the founding organization, has designated the 26th national theme as a century of Black history commemorations. This theme focuses on the power of remembrance and how these commemorations have transformed Black identity and the status of Black people in the modern world. In 1926, Dr. Carter G. Woodson, along with leaders like George Cleveland Hall and James E. Stantz, launched Negro History Week in February 1926 to ensure contributions of African Americans were taught and honored. There are also institutional anniversaries. The Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture is celebrating its own centennial for documenting and preserving global Black experiences. The Malcolm X Centennial significantly commemorates recently occurred or are ongoing for the 100th birth anniversary of human rights activist Malcolm X, born in 1925. Also, the Brotherhood of Sleeping Car Porters marked the centennial of the first Black union to receive a charter from the American Federation of Labor. Lots of things going on. Some of the events and commemorations is Stony Brook University is hosting a month-long celebration beginning with Black History Month on February 4th. Opening procession. Bowie State University celebrating the spring convocation featuring civil rights attorney Benjamin L. Crump. You feel me? Orlando City Hall is hosting the Centennial Black History Month art exhibition, Reflection and Inspiration, through February and March of this year. If you're in the Chicago area, visit the Field Museum for Soul to Soul on February 3rd, an intergenerational event honoring the origins of Centennial and Chicago soul culture. And lastly, Marshall University offering Centennial courses in Black history, including certificates for participants who completed multiple businesses. You feel me? So, yeah, go and get your Black history on. and do your thing. All right. Now, the national significance of this, celebratory centennial of Black history is it coincides with the 250th anniversary of the United States independence. You feel me? But we just got Juneteenth like 2 years ago. The ASALH, or the Association for the Study of African American Life and History, emphasizes that this milestone is critical for ensuring an inclusive and accurate American narrative at the time when historical teaching was often challenged. Current observances courage to the public to move beyond inspiring quotes to support Black institutions and preserve local community stories. You dig? So that's what's going on right now. And so we're going to take a quick break. Shout out to some sponsors, and we'll be right back. Real ninjas, Popeyes. Yo, got a hunger, what's hitting the spot? These wings right here, that's signature hot. But then we go over here, then I cause harm to y'all. When I'm getting them roasted garlic parmesans, sweet and spicy wings, them the things. Hey, yo, tell me what you think.
Give me the combo, chicken and fries. Dark meat only, legs and thighs. Red bean rice, I love my sides. And give me my Sprite minus the eyes.
No ice, it makes my teeth cold. Because can't you see that he's old with the gray? But back to the wings, they so delicious, I love the things. Now, the ghost peppers, that's whatever, but make sure I got ranch when I endeavor. And lastly, got the honey barbecue. Licking and sucking our fingers, what we ought to do. Then we back to signatures, and we out. Catch Real Ninjas podcast without a doubt, yo. Real Ninjas, Popeyes, yo, got a hunger, what's hitting the spot? These wings right here, that's signature. Yo, technical difficulties, but we back. You know what I'm saying? Coming through with our lead story. You dig? Hold on. Bow. Lead story. Dun, 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 dun. The African American Heritage Initiative. It refers to several distinct programs across the United States dedicated to preserving, documenting, and sharing Black heritage through research, community engagement, and digital archives. Come on, now. Let's talk about it, y'all. Now, what we got? Boom. Go here. All right. Now, the key initiatives include the Missouri Historical Society in St. Louis. One of the most prominent programs, the African American History Initiative, focuses on the St. Louis region. It collects artifacts from historic Black neighborhoods like the Ville, Mill Creek Valley, and hosts major annual events, including the MLK Community Celebration and Juneteenth series. National Trust for the Historic Preservation, the African American Cultural Heritage Action Fund, is the largest preservation effort in U.S. history for Black history sites as of 2026. It has supported nearly 400 projects nationally with investments including $200 million. You understand me? Hold on, let's get some little interview music, you feel me? Also, the Filson Historical Society in Louisville in the Ohio Valley launched in 2023, supported by a $3.5 million endowment. You dig? What else here? We got the Getty Research Institute, African American Art History Initiative is a major effort to build a premier archive for African American art, including oral histories and acquisitions of artists' archives. Come on, doing it big. And finally, the National Museum of African American History and Culture, the NMAAHC. The Smithsonian Museum leads several national initiatives, such as the Oral History Initiative and the Searchable Museum, a digital portal that brings exhibitions directly to the public. Now, as far as city-specific projects, Winston-Salem, the African American Heritage Initiative, collects oral histories and documents digital records of the Jim Crow era. And up in Chicago, the Chicago Heritage Initiative identifies and protects cultural landmarks uniquely to the city's Black history. Yeah. Now, for opportunities and participation, the African American Civil Rights Grant Program provides millions in funding for physical preservation and research projects. The Protect Black History Initiative works to safeguard the teaching of Black history in K-12 schools against legislative challenges. And so this is important because, you know, the history we've been taught thus far has been, you know, quote unquote, whitewashed. You feel me? So getting some real history, the actual history up in there, one, would let you know that we are people of this land as well and helped it come up, let alone built the mother. You know what I'm saying? But then we can also, like from once we discover where we've been, we can know where we go. You feel me? And I think that's kind of supposed to be the idea. So, yeah, that'll conclude our African American History Initiative. And we will be right back.
If you wanna get your body right, that's presidential fitness. Wanna get your booty tight, that's presidential fitness. And the star is born with the unicorn at Presidential Fitness.
That's right, Presidential Fitness, where they offer men's and women's fitness classes, jiu-jitsu, youth classes, and even high-intensity workouts. So if you need to get your body right, come see us at Presidential Fitness, located at 4179 West Jefferson.
If you wanna get your body right, that's Presidential Fitness. Wanna get your booty tight, that's Presidential Fitness. And the star is born with the unicorn at Presidential Fitness and Female Emporium.
Oh, come on, Coach. What's up, man?
Welcome back to Hood Mourning America. I'm Trash Pandacoot. And next we have Community Watch. That's right. And our Community Watch is about the Better Birth Outcomes program from the Springfield Urban League. You know what I'm saying? So what that's about is the Springfield Urban League facilitates the Better Birth Outcomes program, an Illinois Department of Human Services initiative designed to reduce maternal and infant mortality and improve overall health outcomes for high-risk pregnant individuals. As of 2026, the program is divided into two primary service models provided through the Springfield's Urban League's training and community health initiatives. The first is the Better Birth Outcomes Comprehensive. This intensive model provides direct one-on-one support for pregnant and postpartum individuals. There are nurse navigators, participants who are assigned a nurse navigator who conducts one-on-one clinical assessments and provides personal health education. The goal is to decrease the incidence of infant mortality, low birth weight, and maternal complications by managing high-risk factors like substance use or chronic health conditions. Postpartum support services continue after birth to ensure the health of both the mother and infant during the critical 60-day postpartum period. And then there's the Better Birth Outcomes Navigation. This model focuses on connecting families to essential community resources with service coordination, which helps find a medical home, primary care and to navigate medical, social, and economic support systems. Equity focus prioritizes underserved communities to counteract systematic racism and health inequalities that disproportionately affect Black women and infants in Illinois. Training and professional development for that, the Urban League also serves as a regional training hub for other health professionals involved in these programs. Scheduled training events for 2026 include the BBOC and N training, multiple sessions in March, May, and June to train state and local agency personnel as nurse navigators. The health equity courses specialize in training such as the Black Maternal Health Equity course to address disparities in birth outcomes. For contact information, residents can access these services or inquire about eligibility through the Springfield Urban League or by visiting the IDHS office locator for the Sangamon County Resource Center. Word up. So yeah, if y'all got some kids coming, worried about some things going on, holla at the Springfield Urban League, you know? They'll get you right, for sure. Yes, we be drinking out of measuring cups. Come on now. It's the Black community. I have a website, the Springfield Urban League website here right now. I'm going to pull that up for you. Share it. There you go. Oh, wait a minute. Yep, there we go now. So, yeah. Springfield Urban League, Better Births Outcomes, the programs. It's a day course link, it looks like. All the upcoming events are on there. February 25th, March 11th, April 22nd, May 13th, and June 24th. Looks like some are virtual. You got 2 virtual ones and the rest are in person. There are registration closes for these events, so there's all the information if you want it. Pause the video and get it in. Or just Google Springfield Urban League. It'll get you the same thing. You feel me? Man, Truman's fucking up. All right. Now we're going to stop that. And moving on up. Yeah, I got notes and shit. I'm a little bit professional. Sitting here in my robe this morning. But let us move on. Word up. And now we're gonna get into these little budget meetings and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Word, here we go. There go my graphic. So in 2025 April, the Springfield City Council approved an annual contribution of $250 wow to the Springfield Sangamon Growth Alliance, which with a specific 50 grand amendment dedicated to working council focus on development in the underserved East Side and other struggling areas as of July 2025. The SSGA had not yet officially signed the amended agreement. Now, there's an update as of, they approved the funding in 2025. The amendment said that $50,000 of the total would be allocated to Minority Business and Community Advancement Working Council to address economic disparities in the East Side and other areas. The SSGA's response expressed reluctance about the unilateral amendment, stating they cannot accept it in a manner, but intended to work with the city on a mutual beneficial agreement. The current status, as of the latest reports, discussions were ongoing, and it is unknown when the SSGA might approve the final agreement to receive the city funds. This funding is separate from another $1.2 million in tax increment financing funds approved in July of last year for general neighborhood improvement grant programs in the Madison Park and Far East Side neighborhoods, which is administered by the City Office of Planning and Economic Development. Word. So they still lollygagging on fixing the East Side up, but that ain't nothing new. You feel me? This is what they do. They be going through all these meetings. They ain't even appointed a committee for the mayor. You feel me? So what make you think they gonna care about the East Side? I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? This is what the system is, man. Keep people where they at, so then people making money can get their money. You did. Word up. So right now, I think we're gonna take another sponsor break and peep this video by Almost Homeless. Something like that. We'll be right back, y'all.
Everybody ready? Yeah. Hit it. Everybody ready? Yeah. Hit it.
That was Almost Homeless with the Barbecue. Shouts out to them. Music available on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, all major media outlets. You know what I mean? Go on and check them out. Now, what we finna get into. The Black-owned business service. You feel me? Let's do it. Take it all and do it in the bud by Leon Phelps. Now, what we got here is a little thing called Black-owned Business Sunday Service. Okay? Now, what that's referring to is a community-led initiative for specific church-hosted events to design to promote and patronize local Black-owned businesses during or after Sunday worship. You feel me? So real quick before I get into this, like I just learned where the term Sunday's best came from. You feel me? From like when we was slaves and we had that one good outfit to wear to church or to like special occasions, you know what I'm saying? That was like, that's where your Sunday's best came in. So it's only match that Sunday be all Black businesses on. You know what I'm saying? Yet another way how we take something negative and flip it to work for us or to, you know, make it positive. So the types of Sunday service initiatives, business expos and bazaars. Many churches host marketplaces on their grounds. For example, Shiloh Baptist Church in Plainfield, New Jersey is hosting a Black Business Expo in 2026 on Sunday, February 1st, immediately following their worship experience. Designated Black Business Sundays. Certain congregations dedicate specific Sundays to spotlighting entrepreneurs. Springfield Baptist Church has scheduled a Black-owned business Sunday service for February 8th, 2026. Economic solidarity movements like Spending the Black encourage congregations to redirect their weekend spending toward Black-owned stores and restaurants rather than national chains. And digital resource directories to facilitate ongoing support. Several churches maintain permanent directories for their members, such as the Concord Black Business Directory and the New Roots AME Church Directory in Boston. And the Concord Church Black Business Directory is in Dallas. If you're looking for a service near you, consider these resources. Church bulletins. Check the websites of local African Methodist, Episcopal, AME Baptist, or apostolic, I've never been able to say that, churches for marketplace or entrepreneurship Sundays. Social media, use hashtags like Support Black Business or Shop Black on platforms like Instagram and Facebook to find regional networking groups. And you can check your Yelp collections. Many cities have curated lists of top-rated Black-owned businesses for Sunday dining and shopping. So again, use your resources and your tools to find what your local Black businesses are. You feel me? We got a couple here. I ain't gonna, you know, go through them all, but, you know, shouts out to them. Everybody serving food to fashion, doing hair, roofing, plumbing, you know, there's all that around here. So I can dig that. Woohoo! Where's my shit? Okay. Now, 1 second. You know, gotta get the board and Toko. Ooh. Let's see what else we got. What y'all want to get into. You know what? We're going to take a word from our sponsors again. Oh.
Nigga, you know the fuck this is, nigga. Let me teach you how to make a motherfucking ham sandwich. Now see, nigga, the first thing you're gonna need to do is get you some of this here bounty, nigga. Cause we ain't using no goddamn plates. Bounty, bitch. And then you get you some of that sunbeam white bitch bread, nigga. Make sure that's that king shit. Slap that white bitch down. Throw some of that creamy goodness on that bitch. Make sure it's a heaping helping. Mayonnaise, nigga. If you use Miracle Whip, I'ma whip your ass, nigga. And then you spread that bitch around with a fork. Yes, you do. A fork, cause butter knives are for butter, bitch. That's right. And then you put some motherfucking carving board ham on that bitch, or you put some real shit. Don't fuck around with them deli slices, nigga. And then you slap another white bitch on top of that, nigga. And then you put some jalapeno crunches next to that shit, nigga. And that's what you get. A motherfucking ham sandwich, nigga. Hell yeah, nigga. Can't do this long cause of that. Nigga, you know the fuck this is, nigga. Let me teach you how to make a motherfucking ham sandwich. Now see, nigga, the first thing you're gonna need to do is get you some of this here bounty, nigga.
I don't know why that shit be looping, fam. It always turns the loop on. My fault. It's my first time producing, editing, directing, and hosting my own show. You know what I'm saying? So bear with me, please. Next topic. What do we have? Oh, we have the PNB exhibit. And yes, all of my images are AI. I don't give a fuck. You feel me? So, an exhibit about the People's National Bank of Springfield was on display at Springfield and Central Illinois African American History Museum in late 2025. I believe it's still going on right now if you want to check it out. The exhibit, created by Mary Francis, director of the nonprofit Untold Histories, focused on the first integrated bank in downstate Illinois. Founded in 1970 by Dr. Edwin A. Lee Sr. and E. Winifred Doc Helm to serve the African American community. The exhibit ran for 2 months starting in September 2025 and featured black and white photos from the 70s, architectural plans and phone directory advertisements, artifacts and newspaper articles, certificates, awards, and letters, and oral histories from key individuals like Edwin A. Lee Jr., Beverly Helm Renfro, John Gray Knoll, and Carmen Turner McCombs. If you want to visit the AAHM, it's located in Springfield at 1440 Monument Ave. The hours are, they're generally open from Tuesday through Saturday from 12 to 4, and it's closed on Sundays and Mondays. Admission is free. If you want more info, visit on the Springfield and Central Illinois African American Museum website, or you can call 217-391-6323. More about the founders of the People's National Bank of Springfield, Dr. Edwin Lee Sr. and E. Winifred Doc Helm. They wanted to help African Americans and other individuals be able to bank as professionals and community leaders in Springfield. Dr. Lee was a trailblazing physician and dedicated community activist. He was the first Black physician admitted to Sangamon County Medical Society in 1949. He became chief of surgical staff at a local hospital and was a strong advocate for establishing the Southern Illinois University School of Medicine in Springfield. He served as president of the Springfield School Board and Springfield Urban League and on the national board of the NAACP, which was founded right here in Springfield, Illinois. The Legacy is a special education school in Springfield, was renamed Edwin A. Lee School in his honor in 91. Doc E. Winifred Doc Helm was a respected professional photographer and local historian. His photography career, he was the official state of Illinois photographer for nearly 50 years, 1941 to 1992. Chronicling state government and African-American life in Springfield, his extensive collection of over 40,000 negatives is housed in the Illinois State Archives. He earned his name Doc from an early job delivering prescriptions for the local pharmacy, and he was one of few African Americans working in the Capitol complex in the mid-20th century. The P&B role, Helm was instrumental in founding the bank alongside Dr. Lee. They provided leadership and a vision for an institution that became a cornerstone of the African American community in Springfield, operating for decades with the motto, "Where people make the difference." Word up. That's what's up. So shouts out to Dr. Lee and Dr. Helm. You feel me? Doc Helm and Dr. Lee. It's two different docs. You know what I'm saying? Word up. So we will get in as we come to a close. We're going to talk about Black leadership in 2026. You know what I'm saying? But first, I'm going to reignite this hymn. Yes, sir. Let's get some music popping. Running with that Chi-Town thing. And Ebony magazine did a little article on where they see Black leadership going in 2026. You feel me? Oh, wrong one. Sorry about that. So, in 2026, Black leadership is characterized by a strategic focus on community-centric models, economic self-reliance, and future-ready professional development. Key initiatives and voices from major organizations like Ebony and Black Enterprise define this landscape. The core themes of leadership, they want to shift beyond DEI. As corporate diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives face rollback, leaders are prioritizing innovation and cultural relevance to scale independently. Community in service. Leadership is increasingly defined by the responsibility to the collective rather than individual ambition, with a focus on holistic wellness and emotional intelligence. They basically saying, get your mind right and prioritize innovation. So, you know what I'm saying? Your best shit. Innovation is being used to bypass traditional gatekeepers in sectors like fintech and entertainment to try to become independent. Key leaders and honorees, prominent figures recognized for their impact include Shelley Kayette Weston, President of Business Operations for the NBA's Charlotte Hornets, Jotaka Adi, founder of Full Circle Strategies and visionary behind the Win with Black Women Network, Sandra Douglas Morgan, President of Las Vegas Raiders, Perkessa Antrim, Chief Human Resources Officer for Community Health Resources, recognized as a top leader in Connecticut, and Ebony Young, nonprofit executive and motivational speaker featured in the Women in Tech Global Conference 2026. Now, major 26 events and programs is they got the Ebony Power 100, which continues to serve a global platform for celebrating Black achievement and cultural leadership. Black Women Leading Live, a retreat in Myrtle Beach in May, focused on head work and heart work for future-ready leaders. Head work being tactical skills, heart work being emotional wellness. Black is Tech Conference, scheduled for April 20th through 24th, features thought leaders with Ebony Beckwith, and the NABJ Leadership Academy announces its 26th cohort, including editors and directors from CNN, Bloomberg, and Axios. Black History Month 2026. The global theme is a century of Black commemorations marking 100 years of organized observances, as our first story said. Ebony McKinney Arts and Leadership Award, $20,000 grant honoring cultural workers in San Francisco during February 2016. So this is what we're projecting that 26 be about. Again, going beyond DEI, prioritizing innovation, community and service, holistic wellness and emotional intelligence, economic independence. You know what I'm saying? So basically, once again, we're trying to gun for having all of our own stuff, which we know is the battle that's going on due to the current system at play, without getting too deep into it. You know what I'm saying? But let's ask you, so if we was going off this right, and it's like, all right, this is, you know, Black leadership in 2026 and where they see it going. So let's say, like, trying to keep an eye on my time. Okay, I got a little bit. So let's holler at, okay, to do this, what challenges do Black leaders face? Because again, if this is what we're trying to do, then we got to know what we up against, right? So Black leaders face a complex set of systemic, professional, and personal challenges characterized by a shift in corporate priorities and persistent structural inequities. So you want to dive into it real quick. Let's go right before we begin. The systemic and institutional barriers. DEI rollbacks, the reduction or elimination of diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives has led to a narrower leadership pipelines and the decline in hiring within sectors like tech and finance. They don't want us knowing money. They don't want us knowing technology. They don't want us knowing like structure and shit, infrastructure. You feel me? The glass cliff. Black leaders are disproportionately appointed to leadership roles during times of strategic crisis or organizational change, setting them up for higher risk of perceived failure and scapegoat. So hey, we'll put him, you know what I'm saying? We'll make Obama president, and then when everything don't go right, we can blame that it was the Black president. Like, that ain't happened though. Funding disparities. Black-led nonprofits and businesses continue to face an enormous capital gap. Organizations with Black CEOs often receive less funding and face more complex, burdensome application process than those with white counterparts. I ain't gotta say nothing. That sounds like redlining to me. You know what I'm saying? Economic disparity. 26 Black unemployment rates have remained significantly higher than the national average. For example, 7.5 in some regions versus 4.4 overall %. Increasing the pressure on leaders to drive community economic stability. Now, those were all the systemic and institutional barriers. The professional and workplace challenges are contested authority, Research shows black leaders are roughly 23% less likely to have their authority respected. This manifests through bullying up, where subordinates bypass their black managers to seek validation from white superiors. I mean, when you don't see us as human, this is what happens. You know what I'm saying? The authenticity tension. Many leaders feel pressure to code switch or temper their enthusiasm, as natural passion is often misinterpreted as aggression or lack of professionalism. I say that all the time. We just laugh and we feel the shit we say. You know what I'm saying? Scarcity of sponsorship. While mentorship is common, a lack of influential sponsorship. Leaders using their own power to open doors and protect trajectories remains a major barrier to C-suite advancement. And there's a C-suite, so I'm guessing that means color. Unfair scrutiny. Black leaders, particularly women, often face a double standard where they are held to higher performance requirements while receiving less credit for achievements. Dang. Health and personal impact. Disproportionate burnout. Approximately 80% of black women in leadership report feeling burned out, driven by job insecurity and the mental tax of navigating predominantly white spaces. A staggering 90% of black women leaders in the nonprofit sector report detrimental health effects, including chronic stress, fatigue, elevated blood pressure due to the mounting barriers of their roles. We've been saying it. And the psychological safety. Less than half of black workers feel their company encourages open dialogue around mental health compared to a much larger confidence levels among other demographic groups, which is crazy. And then you can't even like talk to a motherfucker about anything because so like how women, so if you're in a relationship with a woman, right, as a man, and you try to be like, hey babe, I see something about this and I want to correct it. And then they want to like change the subject because the shit makes them feel bad. That's what it feels like a majority of white people do. It's because you want to eat, because, and it's crazy that we got to like prove like something to people who have yet to prove anything, is what it seems like. So you want to deem us inhumane, but y'all motherfuckers eat other humans and have sex with animals and colonize everything. You know what I mean? Which is crazy. But then like, okay, like even taking slavery and after that, right? Which we're definitely after that, it's still the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I ain't trying to like get too deep into it, but the shit is crazy that you can't. It feels like as a black person you can't express nothing without it being your fault. You know what I mean? Like the whole reason they trying to take slavery and like real history out of the Smithsonian is because it makes them feel bad. It makes everybody feel bad. And if you feel bad, that's the right direction. Have you ever been to the Civil Rights Museum in Memphis, fam? First of all, if you haven't, it's the place where Martin Luther King was assassinated. Literally, it's a fucking crime scene that they turned into a fucking museum about the shit, the exact shit that led up to the crime. And everybody that goes there leaves there, except if you was them the Proud Boys or whoever it was that went in there and tried to celebrate. Y'all need y'all ass whooped. But it don't matter. Black, white, Mexican, Asian, Honduran, Sri Lankan, it don't matter, fam. Go to that museum and really like take that shit for what it is. I've been dozens of times, fam. And each time it don't get better. Because the shit's fucked up. And like so say what the fuck you will, and you can say that you have compassion, but if you be directly benefiting off this shit and not trying to educate your peers or do none of that shit, nigga, like, the fuck are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, the closing quote today is history is not what just happened. It's what we do today. It's a lot of similarities and disparages. I don't even know if I use that right, but it's hood news, so it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of stuff that's going on today that was going on back then. And yeah, we need to get it right. That's it. So that's our time here. If you mess with this, go on, like, follow, share on Facebook, YouTube. I'm gonna try to get on Switch. Support all of your local Black businesses. If you're in the Springfield area, that's everything on South 11th. And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to see you in another week with some new Black news and keep it popping. You feel me? It's been Hood Morning America. And I've been Trash Panda Coop, bringing the kush, the coffee, and spilling the tea. Morning, Ninja. Holla.